Canvas blueprints in the dust, back room roaring, broken teeth and rust, chain link press, swing and miss, call it pain, I call it this. Step in, step down, hear that floor shake now, hands up, heads low, something's coming round. Welcome to the wreck. Welcome to the wreck. We came for the wreck. We came for the wreck. Hit me harder.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Retro Wrestling Review ECW podcast. I'm Gene Jackson. That man right over there is the one, the only, your new favorite podcaster. It's Brandon Wheeler, aka Brandon Wonderful. What's up, Brandon?
How's it going, Gene?
It's going good, man. We as we're recording this, people are gonna be watching this on Monday, but peek behind the curtain. Usually we record this on Thursday nights. And again, I can't really say usually because I think we've only done it on like two. We have the intentions of recording them on Thursday nights, but I usually have some shit going on. I swerve you on it. But last night, as we're recording this one last night, we did a live stream with you and I and the Texas bunch of Rob Helt and Scotty Wentz. And man, that was a good time. That was a good time. It ran kind of long, I'm sure, for some people's taste, but we covered a lot of ground. It wasn't one of those where we're just bullshitting and you know, dunking on each other. We actually talked about some things and covered some things, and I think it was good. We got a lot of views on YouTube. We're up to, so we're trying to get 100. I'm not saying we want to cut it off there, but we're trying to at least get to 100 followers on Rumble. If you hadn't followed us there, please do so, especially for this show, because this is where Rumble is where you can see the actual show as we talk about it. Everywhere else, you're just listening, but you can actually watch the show and hear what we're saying. And that's the sweet spot on this show in particular. But we had a couple of hundred people watching us live on YouTube last night, and we had about 45 people watching live on Rumble, and now people are watching it after the fact. So thank you for everybody who watched it live. Thank you if you watched it after the fact. If you haven't watched it, go find it. It's called Live from the Archive, and it was Wednesday night. But now we are here to watch episode number 8 of the ECW Hardcore TV, as it's called. This is going to take us back to May 25th, 1993. We're still doing our TV from Cabrini College. This is from the taping that was taped on April the 3rd. So this is the last of the matches from that taping. Last week, we saw the Suicide Blondes challenge the new tag team champions, Larry Winters and Tony the Hitman Stetson. Didn't go their way, but now they've got another tag team title shot here on this show. We'll see how things turn out for them. Paulie Dangerously is still pushing hard to get Magnificent Muraco a shot at the Sandman's ECW heavyweight title. We've still got Eddie Gilbert versus Terry Funk in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre match on the way. It's happening soon. Glenn Osborne, the Madman from the Badlands, the Skid Row entrance music man himself, is going to be challenging Superfly Jimmy Snuka for that television title. And the newly turned heel Max Thrasher is going to be tagging with the Canadian Wolfman, a.k.a. Moondog Meth.
That's the main event, right?
He's going to be taking on, JT Smith and the Iron Man, Tommy Cairo. And Morocco is going to be in action this week, so it should be a good one. let's go ahead and get into it here, Brandon. Let's put this thing up on the screen.
Gordon
And we get right into last week's promo from Paul. We heard that last week, so I'll crank this down a little bit and we'll kind of talk over this. There goes Stevie Wonderful. When Paul shows up, Stevie Wonderful leaves. Paul's got a lot more hair there than we're used to seeing.
I figure Stevie just thought there was too much hair in the shot, so he needed to back out.
He's like,
Too much
he's
mullet.
like, man, he's like, I keep this hair in the shot. All these bald guys are going to feel like shit. He's like, I better depart here.
I'm supposed to leave now or something? That is exactly correct. Did I get you upset, Mr. Gordon?
Is Paul wearing like snakeskin boots here?
Man, I think he is. I think he is.
Wow.
It sure looks like it. I wish we had better quality video, but this is still better than some of the USWA stuff.
Yeah. Some of that looks like 5th, 10th generation VHS, and you're not entirely sure who you're even watching in some of those USWA videos we've got. I like Sully's face all through there. Every time you get him in the frame, he looks concerned, bothered.
So we had a little discussion before the show started, and we're talking about how things are getting a little bit better. I made a remark about how I think the commentary is a lot better on this show. I'd like to hear other people's thoughts on that if anybody wants to comment on it. But I think there's a big shift in that on this episode. Obviously, we're not seeing that yet, but you said this was the same taping as the last episode, though.
Yeah. So in the course of a taping, they're improving. But you got to figure, Jay Sulli had never done play-by-play. I don't know that Stevie Wonderful had ever done color commentary, and these guys get thrown together in episode 1, and it's their first time doing it. And as both of them have said, if you haven't watched the Jay Sulli interview that went up over on the Retro Wrestling Archive that Bay Ragney did with Jay Sulli, man, it sheds a lot of light on Jay Sulli's background, how he got in the business, and just how ill prepared those guys were. And really to do as well as they did in those first few episodes, pretty impressive with no more experience than they had. But like you said, here we are, episode 8, third set of TV tapings, and they're already dramatically better than what they were.
Yep. I'm sure that man in the right side of the frame probably had a lot to do with that.
100%.
Look around. Find some guts.
Guts.
ECW championship.
Sully's like shaking his head like, what the fuck's he talking about?
Is brought to you by Carver W. Reed.
Yeah, his interview is, he doesn't sound anything like you would expect after hearing him on this show. Like, I was really surprised. Like, are you sure that's the same guy? It was
Jay Six-Pack Sully, as they call him in that interview.
Yeah.
Apparently that was an interview. That was a nickname that Eddie Gilbert gave him, they say.
Really?
Yeah, as a rib. In the anvil. So, one of the things that's going on in this episode, we've got Super Destroyer number 3. That's Sal Balomo running around in a Super Destroyer mask. Correct me if I'm wrong, but was Sal Balomo not a heel? And suddenly he's just kind of a baby face wearing that mask, and then of course we'll see what happens from there. Look at Stevie.
He's so much better. Like they're amped up.
He's whipping that hair all around.
That's right. Sports Channel, Philadelphia, ECW. Let's do it.
Look at that. He's going to put ECW on his fucking jacket there.
That crazy Super Destroyer number 3 this week.
Super Destroyer.
We done sold him out and said he left. Man.
I feel bad.
We've got 2 big title matches in store for tonight, fans.
How cool was it next week when we realized I've never been so happy to be wrong. I was like, thank God Stevie's still here.
I was disappointed, to say the least.
I mean, I like Joey Styles as much as anybody, but I'm kind of disappointed that how early in the game these guys do go away because
Tony Stetson and Larry Winters
I
facing
think
off against the #1 contender.
given the opportunity as quickly as they improved here, I think, if they wouldn't stick around, I think they could have been one of the, dynamic duos of broadcasting and wrestling, like when people talk about JR and the King and JR and Paul Heyman in WCW. I think Stevie and Jay Sulli would have been a classic. Yeah. Well, I
feel
don't
like
care
Jay Sully's kind of quirkiness. He's kind of, it's becoming something. You know what I mean? Like you're starting to see the character. I think it could have done well, but I know he's.
But it definitely needed someone to play off of. He needed a Stevie. He needed a Paul Heyman out there. It wasn't. He couldn't carry the show the way Joey Styles did. But I don't know that necessarily was. I mean, it worked out. I mean, you can't knock it, but.
Right.
It's a testament to Joey Styles' personality that he was able to make that work. Most people couldn't.
Just have to be careful who you deal with.
Here we have a commercial for Carver W. Reed that is explaining why pawn shops are not shysters.
Yes. If you weren't sure, if you're feeling a little unsure about taking your stuff in there to Carver
it's okay.
W. Reed,
it's a legitimate business because that lawyer just told us so. Super D #3.
That's right. Wearing the exact same thing Sal Balomo has always worn, coming out to the same music he's always come out to. But that's part of the gag.
And if you put that mask on the Sandman, I think we was watching a totally different show. That looks like a total gimp mask.
Yeah, that would definitely would be a different vibe. All right, you guys got a pizza box for him. Pretty psyched about. Whoa, all right. He's gonna slap that kid. We got a real life cowboy in the front row there.
Freaking 10-gallon hat, man. That thing was huge.
Guy that looks like Jamie Dundee and Zubaz out there. Hey man, give me that pizza.
Wrestling fans, weighing in at 261
got HD
pounds,
Rada.
one half of the Hell Riders, HD Rider. And he's accompanied in the ring
Easy, the Riders, the Hell Riders, that is.
Chubby Dudley, another Retro Wrestling Archive affiliate.
That's right.
Super Destroyer #3.
I love they put the question mark on the cover on there. Even they aren't sure.
What the fuck is going on?
What happened to that double tough team, the Hell Riders?
That is not the same mask that the Super Destroyers are wearing, is it? Like it does not. Their mask does not look like that.
I mean, theirs is similar to that.
Yeah, but I mean,
it's
that's
got the nose cover, but that's definitely a bigger one. I don't think you could get all that hair under the ones they normally wear.
Yeah, that's probably right.
But like I say, I'm pretty sure that Sal had been a heel. I mean, he had that wizard guy with him, the Grand Wizard.
Yeah,
guy with him.
What was his name? Shit.
Oh shit! I could have told you if you hadn't asked. Peekaboo. The Cosmic Commander.
That's it, man. Last night we were talking about the Grand Wizard, and I wanted to name drop that, and I felt like such an idiot that I couldn't remember, and we had just covered that. And that's what happens when you end up on 3 or 4 different shows. I couldn't imagine what you go through, Gene. This last few weeks have kind of been a blur.
Yeah, I start referencing the wrong people on the wrong show, and it gets a bit, and especially in our case where you've got the Sandman on 2 different shows within 2 years of each other, it really gets questionable. JT.
That's almost cruel and unusual punishment, Gene. You should have thought this out a little bit better.
If only Corey Macklin had been in ECW here with. Imagine Corey Macklin and Stevie Wonderful. That might be my dream commentary team right there.
Oh,
that's ridiculous in there. Slow down, Corey.
Oh, man.
Why do you always say in there? What's in there? I'm in there. That's who's in there.
Oh, shit.
Look at this. Super D #3. He's got a chin lock in there. Oh, he's raking his eyes. But that's what you expect out of a Super Destroyer, right?
That's right.
Nasty heels.
But what is HD Rider thinking right now?
What did we decide that HD stood for? HD? I don't recall. Good Lord, Mr. America, Hulk Hogan didn't raise his mask this often. Look at that drop kick. Did you think he could do a standing drop kick?
No, I wouldn't. Not looking like that, no. He's having a hell of a time with that mask, though. I can't see fucking shit out of this thing.
You think instead of heel and face locker rooms, they had knee pad and no knee pad locker rooms? Because there's a clear division on this roster here.
I knew something looked weird, and I started to say, it looks really strange, like he's wearing a skirt almost. But then I thought about like MMA fighters, and a lot of guys wear shit like that. I was like, no, maybe that's not so strange. It's the no fucking knee pads. That's what runs it for me. It looks like the shorts go way up, way too high because there's no knee pads.
With those boots that he's got on and no knee pads, it's a bold choice, but
it is.
It's all part of the wild man persona. What's wilder than that? A dude in no knee pads out there and high boots almost. If you had to get that outfit made, how would you even describe that to somebody?
I don't know, man.
What would you go tell that person?
So what are we doing here? What's your gimmick? And it's like, I'm a wild man.
I'm in a wild man.
I'm in a wild man.
Yeah, but like in what way? Hey, I have no knee pads. Then I do a splash.
Big splash.
Which means he put all his weight on that dude because he did not want his knees to hit. And they didn't. If you go back and look at that, his knees did not touch the mat. Oh, shit.
He just ate some belly. No, those masks look way better.
Way
less gimpy.
Turd.
Oh, and they're beating him down.
Oh, they're not happy with Super Destroyer number 3.
Super Destroyer number 1, or is that number 2 is beaten? I don't know. I'm lost.
I think 2's the bigger one.
Okay, I thought 1 was the big one. Maybe
1's the bigger one. I don't know. 1's bigger and 1's smaller.
You think Hunter Q. Robbins knows the difference?
I doubt it. I honestly doubt it. Well, turns out it's Sal Balomo all along. Oh, shoves the referee. That's going to cost him some money there, Lance. He clubs him and he just stands there and looks at him. He doesn't bump. Oh, shit.
Oh, shit. They slapping the shit out of him.
Damn, Hunter Q. Robbins.
Yeah, man. He ain't playing.
God bless. God. Holy cow. They must have some legit heat or something.
Kidding.
That was rough. It makes what the Super Destroyers do look weak the way he was just slapping
shit
out of him.
This was probably a conversation that went on in the back. How hard do you want me to slap you? Just fucking lay it in, brother.
Hit me very hard.
Hit me very hard, as hard as you can.
If your shit looks weak, I'm going to kill you. Okay. You got to tell me twice. Street Fight, the Sandman versus Rockin' Rebel. Cat Fight, Miss Peaches versus Terrible
Tigra. Or Tigra. Was it
Tigra? I was going to say it wrong. Yeah, trust your instincts there. Terrible Tigra. They just added that. They didn't have that as part of her name.
That's the heel version, I guess. Well, no, she's been a heel the whole time. She was first with Eddie Gilbert, wasn't she?
Well, she was just walking out to the ring with nearly everyone, it seemed, at one point. I thought she was just like the ring girl who took their jackets back or whatever, and then suddenly she started interfering for Rockin' Rebel. What a way to promote bringing it out. We're going to come there whether you want us to or not. So you ain't even got to call this number because we're just going to show Rowdy Robert Ortiz.
That's the most ECW thing I've heard. We're coming whether you want us to or not.
Exactly. And we know you don't want us to, but fuck you, we're coming.
Oh, man, this is my team. This is my team.
There you go, the Suicide Blondes. Only one of them's blonde, but...
I got to get a pink robe, man.
Hell yeah. The Sir Brandon Hotbody.
There we go. Well, they come in hot, man.
Look at Tony Stetson. Yeah. He's going to be blown. Both these guys are going to be blown up. They're going to have to take a commercial break for them to catch their breath here. So, well, no.
Oh, what the fuck was that?
was about to say they had to dress in separate dressing rooms, but Stetson doesn't have knee pads on. It's just not as obvious with his freaking
he dressed in the
Capri
bathroom at the
tights there.
7-Eleven.
He shows up dressed like that. He's like the beast. If you don't know that reference, check out my appearance on The Hang with Uncle Frank and the crew. I tell the infamous bestiality story, and now you have to go listen to it to find out what the fuck that means. It's a doozy.
How about that last match, though? How about that, Stevie? The Wild Man Sal Balomo left flying by the
Wild man, Sal Balomo.
Just don't get it. But I knew he wasn't Super Destroyer number 3. I knew that.
Stevie knew all along he wasn't Super Destroyer number 3. You weren't fooling.
They
him.
had some quips during that first match that were pretty good back and forth, man. Like I really enjoyed the commentary a lot more on this episode.
Yeah, if you're watching this on Rumble, this show's on here without us talking over it. So if you want to go back and check it out and hear their commentary, there's some fun exchanges there, as Brandon was referring to, with Stevie and Jay Sulli, Jay Six-Pack Sulli. Sir Christopher Candido.
On his back. Oh,
Hey.
big leapfrog.
No. Big move.
An illegal move, I might add.
The legal move, I might add.
I feel like Larry Winters thinks his hair can compete with Stevie's, but no. he doesn't have the cool guy hairdo. He's got the what the fuck, dude? Like
Yeah.
an old lady. Whoa. Oh shit, Stetson's firing up on everybody. Look at this
man.
shit.
There we go. This one keeps moving. This was a pretty good match.
On clothesline.
I definitely enjoyed it. But again, I'm high on the Suicide Blondes, man. Like,
Well, how can you not be,
that's
man?
my
I mean,
team
other
right
than
now.
other than that clusterfuck at the beginning there with poor
Right.
Hot Body there. Oh, that's okay. He's not exactly Shawn Michaels, but
It was super. Oh, not in the ruts.
Chris Candido's selling like Terry Funk. That's great.
Oh man, he was so good at that shit.
And he's such a young guy here. Like,
Yes,
he
I mean,
like
like
veteran,
early.
and he's
Yeah.
so early in his career right here. But he had studied this shit his whole life, dude. Like he was just waiting till he could get in that ring.
Now look at the teamwork of the Suicide Blondes. The blonde Sir Christopher Candido and the blonde Sir Jonathan.
But
Hotbody.
I mean, I can just see Paul Heyman looking down the line and being like, all right, these are my tag champs right here. You know,
Yeah.
Super Destroyers. I mean, yeah, they're big dudes and they serve their purpose during their time as champions. But like, I can, this just feels like the ECW tag team right here of what we got. Short of putting it on somebody in his own stable, but I mean, you got Snuka with the TV title, you got Muraco going after the heavyweight title. Whether you're going to put one of them have two belts, one of them tag with Eddie and win the belts.
Right.
I mean,
You don't understand, Jay Sully. This is a revenge match for the Suicide Blondes. They feel they were embarrassed here last time.
drop
Leg
the leg,
drop.
brother.
Nothing to be embarrassed about. These are the tag team champions they're facing. Oh!
Yeah, Candido looks really good in this
Carried out on them, on
for his age.
Yeah,
I mean,
you,
it's-
yeah. I was gonna say you would
I would-
100% think that he's at least got 4 or 5 years under his belt here,
yeah.
or at the very least, as experienced or more than Hot Body. Oh, DDT.
He's no Jake, but it was
No, but it's good. They're getting the hot tag again on Tony Stetson because man, as Gorilla Monsoon would say, he was a house of fire when he came in the last time. He was like a man possessed. All right, tag, dude. You're just gonna wobble a little bit and stay in there. Come on, dude. I can get my shit in.
gotta get his shit in. That's what I said.
Hey.
Oh,
That was no Derek King backdrop there, but
no, it was not.
it will pass. There you go. That's how you do it. Pull that fucking referee in there.
Johnny Hotbody has
Like he was
turned
looking
it
at Candido
around.
like, the referee's down, dude. Just come on in. Like, don't stand there. There you go. Oh, he's black. Oh, yeah. He's like, fuck, coming in hot. We're shutting that down. Small package, sort of. He lost his leg there, but that's all right. Stevie said, we had new champions.
Like, dude, you knocked the ref out. Like, how do you fuck that up? You know he's out.
Uh-oh, what's he got? Oh, he's got a chain. He's going to make sure everybody in the building sees him wrap it. That's good stuff. Oh, no. Damn it. Oh, he dropped the chain right on Sir Jonathan.
That right there definitely makes you think that Eddie might have still been in charge.
Yeah, he definitely called the finish
little
on
Memphis spot, yeah.
I have a little bit of chain misdirection for the finish here, guys.
And baby, we got new champions.
New champions. They win the titles on episode 6. They lose them on episode 8. And I'm not mad at that. I don't know about you. Well, come on. Let's not kid ourselves. We know Brandon's tickled the Suicide Blondes are the new champs. I did not remember this was the thing. Like when I kind of pre-watched some of this like you did. And I was like, I didn't know Chris Candido was a freaking ECW tag champion back in 93.
That's crazy,
like,
man. Yeah.
Holy shit.
No idea.
Uh-oh, scheduled appears.
Here we go.
Superfly, Punk, Paulie Dangerously, and the Dark Patriot. Interesting.
Wonder who that is.
I don't know. Must be some guy Eddie knows.
Welcome to the wreck. We came for the wreck. We came for the wreck. Hit me hard.
Tired of the same boring wrestling podcast? Need something with attitude, chaos, and maybe just a little cussing? That's stspod.club, and we got it all covered. We've got wrestling weirdness with WTF News Desk, 5-minute time limit, and the Southern Fried Brain of me, BT, during the whole ship. We also have rolling into Memphis every week about the current Memphis wrestling. Interviews, hot takes, and wrestling outrageousness so wild it might get you banned in 12 states. That's right, it's SDSpod.club or search all podcast catchers for Shooting the Shiznit, where wrestling podcasts grow chest hair. Not sure what that meant. Love my mama.
Hey, everybody, I'm Gene Jackson, and I want to introduce you to the Retro Wrestling Archive Podcast Network and the great pro wrestling nostalgia podcast we bring, including the Retro Wrestling Review Series covering the USWA, Memphis Power Pro Wrestling, Continental Championship Wrestling, and we've just added World Class Championship Wrestling, and now ECW. Plus great interview shows like Beyond Wrestling with Rob Hell, where the stories go beyond the ring. Then there's Dangerous Conversations with the legendary Dangerous Doug Gilbert and Tommy Wildfire Rich. Plus, don't miss special live streams like Live from the Archive and Arc of an Angle. And the Retro Wrestling Archive Network is growing. We're proud to feature the affiliate shows like STS Pod, The Hang, Classic Pro Wrestling Talk, Get Your Bell Rung, and even more great shows are coming soon. But that's not all. Join the Retro Wrestling Archive Patreon for exclusive bonus content, early podcast releases, special extras, and access to a Google Drive that is absolutely busting at the seams with territory wrestling history, including our legendary Memphis Mega Folder. Podcast, interviews, watch-alongs, live streams, YouTube, Patreon, territory wrestling history. It's all waiting for you at RetroWrestlingArchive.club, where we're preserving pro wrestling history daily. Don't just remember it, relive it. Carver W. Reed. If you watch the end credits, folks, Carver W. Reed, sponsor of this show. So Solo Flex. We need to get a deal with Solo Flex, Brandon. We need to get some of that sweet $5 hookup for everybody that buys one.
Some of that Soloplex money.
Hell yeah. That's when this shit will finally take off. Like,
somebody called
Retro Wrestling Archive finally blew up when they started getting that Solo Flex money in.
That's right. Maybe one of our listeners will call that number and tell them that we need we need some of that Solo Flex money.
Where did you hear this? I saw it while watching the ECW podcast. if folks would have saw Rob coming out of that pool last night, they might would have chipped in and bought him a solo flex.
Man,
Terry Funk and Eddie Gilbert will have that chain match.
I was wanting to chip in and buy him one of those wetsuits like Sandman's got, because if I got to see that again, ooh. Oof.
Oh, Lord. Here we go. Our weekly.
You're not going to roll any tape because I said you're not going to roll any tape. You know why? Terry Funk has nothing to say, and neither do you. You know why? Because here you are, Mr. Small-time Philadelphia businessman, trying to
Look how
make
nervous
a name
that
for
dude is
himself
in the
the
ring.
wrestling world.
Oh,
You
yeah.
never will. You know why?
See his hands and he's
You can come out here
breathing
about
heavy.
Terry Funk
He's
all
so
you
scared.
want. Your promotion is represented by a champion who doesn't have the cojones to face the magnificent
Cojones,
Muraco.
he says.
Sandman
Hey.
will never fight Muraco.
It's the promoter
but
in
to
Puerto
come out
Rico.
Here, you think it's an honor for us to be here?
Cojones.
It's a freaking embarrassment.
Vivid.
Triple J.
Scumbags in a small-time gym in Pennsylvania.
Would that be Vivid Video, maybe? This is probably a little early for that.
I don't know. We didn't look that up.
Come out here, you can tell you're a champion. I think he's a gutless piece of crap because he won't fight
Holy
Muraco.
dangerously, I've had it up to here with you. I've had it up to here with your mouth, and you're not going to run down to the ECW. You listen to me. The ECW is going to be on the map.
Muraco
We're gonna
is standing
grow, and
right
you're gonna
in the
beg
fucking
to work for
frame,
the
blocking-
ECW before we're done.
blocking
And let me
everybody
tell you
out.
something else. That's right.
Somebody
Let me
push
tell you
back.
something else. The Sandman is not afraid of you. He's not afraid of you. He's not afraid of anybody. Here in the ECW, our champion will put that belt on
He's
the
too
line.
drunk to
I'll
be
go back
scared of
there right-
anybody.
I'm going back there now. I'll sign it right now.
Oh, I was hoping he was fixing to blast him with that phone.
You won your bet. You just won your bet. Todd Gordon is exactly as stupid as he looks. I can't believe it. Todd Gordon, you just signed a death warrant for one Sandman.
Oh, that
one
was a classic
ex-Super
wrestling
Boy,
line.
One ex-Bleach Blonde. Magnificent Muraco, once again, is going to have the gold around his cumbersome waist. Think we should take care of business now?
Cumbersome. I don't think that means what he thinks it means.
Call Domino's. Ladies and gentlemen.
It reminds me of that old song,
the
Cumbersome.
heavyweight champion, the magnificent Muraco.
Magnificent.
All right, fans, you heard it.
Muraco.
Back to ringside to Mr.
Heyman
Stevie
doing his Vince
Wonderful.
McMahon impression there. My
Portugal.
cumbersome
Just-
waist. That's hilarious. Like, I don't know what he thinks cumbersome means, but I'm guarantee it's not what he thinks. Ernesto Benefico has been shitting his pants through that entire promo up here. I've never seen a dude look so nervous in my life for a match.
Champions here in the ECW, the Suicide Blondes, unbelievable.
That's right, the shortest reign in history. Stetson winner's gone.
Stevie's already dunking on him for their short title reign.
Oh, there's Eddie. Didn't even have him on the screen.
Oh, Snuka wandered out there.
Too. Yeah.
Ernesto Benfico.
Do you know how much trouble Muraco is going to have with Botafuco? He's going to have
Botafuco.
more pack of beer than he will this kid.
That's Ernesto Benfica.
Yeah,
Stevie.
whatever. Beneficial, whatever.
Yeah, whatever. That's what I said.
Muraco.
I mean, it's so much better in this episode. I don't know what changed, man, but like,
They got
something.
comfortable.
yeah, something happened.
Take a look at ringside. We've got the entire Hot Stuff International.
I feel
I
like
mean, like I
maybe
said, it's not
somebody-
just Stevie; it's both of them. You know, both
Oh,
of them
yeah.
are better.
Eddie Gilbert himself.
I feel like somebody like maybe took them out, like hung out like a dinner or a bar or something, and they're just kind of cutting up, and they're like, "This
Yeah.
is what we want." This
Loosen
kind of, yeah, this kind of back and forth. Like,
Stevie, pull your Coke bag out of Jay's ass. You know, he looks a little too uptight.
yeah, he needs to loosen up here.
Sully, that's none of your business. He doesn't.
Paul's on his cordless
On his
phone.
cordless
out there.
phone, yeah,
So
you
we know the
think-
base is somewhere.
It's got to be
by.
close.
Folks, The Rock, Don Muraco, one member of, we don't know, Hot Stuff International, the Dangerous Alliance, facing off against Ernesto.
I love that this Benefico dude was like, all right, I got to figure out my wrestling gear. I want to dress just like George the Animal Steel from 1985.
By the Rock.
Black
Oh,
tight,
shit.
red stripe.
Oh,
what
God.
the fuck is happening
What?
right now?
Oh,
What
my
the
God.
fuck is going on? Look at look at Muraco.
Oh, guys, if you have to go back and watch that. I don't even know what to fucking call that, but that was-
Muraco looked over at Snuka like, did you see that shit? What's this kid's problem?
he slapped the shit out of him.
He
Dude,
should have.
Intimidation.
I see why that kid's so scared now.
no
Like,
kidding, man.
Joey
Joey Buttafuoco. Oh, shit.
Hey,
Good
look at
looking
drop
drop
kick.
kick, yeah.
Muraco's like, I'm not gonna sell it, but not bad.
It looked good, yeah. Oh, that didn't look good. A little short.
Oh shit, he took him from that into the pile driver position. Oh no, this is gonna be terrible. God.
Ooh, God bless. He had him with
Holy
one arm too.
shit.
Like, ugh. I mean, that could have been so easily fucked up.
Holy shit. Hogan tells everybody that Undertaker spiked his head on that tombstone back in the day and he was 4 foot from the mat. Meanwhile, that dude's hair is mashed down from where his head hit the canvas.
Right.
The Sports Channel for some more Eastern Championship Wrestling.
Texas Chain Match Massacre. Terry Funk versus Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert. At least we don't have the bad Terry Funk impression this week.
Yeah.
Sell it. The only way to win is to tear off all your opponent's clothes. I hope that's just the cat fight, not the street fight.
Man, Sandman ain't far from it. So
I was gonna say he yanks that
he's
zipper
gonna have a
one
whole
good
lot of
time.
chance. Yeah, it's over.
There's no
You're done,
secret
son. Little Sandman be hanging out. Little Sandy.
I wonder if that was somebody's dream match. They saying, "Hey, what if they have a match for
Little Sandy versus Terrible Tigra."
Welcome to the wreck. We came for the wreck. We came for the wreck. Hit me hard.
Check out Kayfabe Cave. We are a destination for wrestling fans. Come see our museum area featuring ring-worn memorabilia and collectibles. We carry figures, cards, belts, and much more. We take pride in bringing you the rarest and most unique meet and greet opportunities. Please follow us on social media at Kayfabe Cave. Remember, keep it kayfabe.
Oh God, are we watching this again?
I think it's the same one.
It's gonna be the one where he runs over the freaking.
We are 2 or 3 weeks out from this. What are we going to do for the Summer Sizzling Spectacular? We're going to do a special show.
Yeah, we're gonna do a. Those are going to be on Patreon.
I got
and
you.
we may put them out on Rumble. I don't know. I haven't decided exactly how to handle that. I just know it's not going to be an official episode of the podcast because it'll fuck up our episode count.
Numbers, right?
So it's going to be a special.
Wow.
It's going to be. I don't know. We'll probably put it on Rumble, at least the first one anyway.
Yeah. Everybody get a idea of what they're like, what a PLE is like in 1993.
Exactly. We may see if Bob Anderson wants to join us for that one. He's been wanting to get involved in ECW, and Jamie Ward is wanting to come on as well. So
Very cool.
I got to touch base with him. He wants to do it sometime in August. So get with him, and he's got a lot of, he's from Philadelphia, so he's got a lot of insight on. He was around for all this, and he knew a lot of the people involved, and so that'll be fun. And
Gotcha.
Insightful. There we go. This makes me want to go see a chain match, Brandon. I'm like, God
Man, I'm
damn
telling
it.
you.
Yeah. Somebody made a dummy of my brother and run over it with a tractor. I'd like, chain me at the wrist with that dude. Let's settle this. Apparently, Eddie's brother was Mick Foley.
Yeah.
Oh, right over his head. Good Lord.
Pulled
He's having way too much fun
from a
with
video
it.
and had a cantaloupe for its head, but
Yes.
exploded.
That's hilarious.
I bet they would have got some letters over
I should have
that.
known you'd get that reference. I started to reference that, and I'm like, well, most people aren't gonna get that.
Oh,
But, yeah,
no.
of course you did.
Yeah.
Good call. I had a vest just like that when I was 4 years old. There's a picture of me holding an Ernie doll wearing that vest.
That's fucking awesome. Oh, shit.
Here he comes.
We got the Canadian wolf pussy over here. And Max Thrasher.
The owner of the ring. I mean, Max Thrasher.
Will the owner of an 85 Honda Shadow please come to the front?
Wait till the match is over. Tommy
He's double
Kairos
parked
with
in the parking lot.
assless chaps on.
Wait unknown. It's a lot.
AKA Moondog Meth. Dude, Richard Lee needed to find this guy. He
Oh shit.
Big Black Dog would have beat the shit out of that dude right there. Because you remember, Brian Christopher once described him to us. He's big,
He's
black, and he is mean.
mean.
Bless you,
Oh,
Brian
man.
Christopher.
Yeah.
I played that clip to death in '93. Every chance I got, I would play that clip. It was just
That's
hilarious.
awesome.
There he is. Billy's version of TD Steele right there, straight down to the initials.
Max Thrasher again. That's his ring they're in.
Yeah, he's letting everybody know, hey, this is my fucking ring. You
Yeah.
hear me? I'm getting my spots in. So if you're gonna pin somebody, pin this asshole.
That had to be you had to be a pretty grimy dude to have that many nasty tattoos in 1993. I mean, like the tattoo craze had not even remotely started. Like people that were all tattooed up were like bikers and shit like that at that point.
Yeah, he said a lot about you, you know, like now, I mean, there's dudes in junior high that's got more tattoos than that, but
Right.
back then, you know, you were kind of sending a message to the world, like, I don't give a fuck, you know.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, I mean, even, at that point, I mean, by 93, there was a few, but even like, completely tatted up rock stars and shit, that wasn't even, it just, it wasn't that popular yet.
I mean, like, my mother to this day assumes if you have a tattoo, you've got a criminal record and
That's awesome.
probably going to murder somebody. We've struggled for years to get her out of that mentality, but it's made for some awkward moments over the years. Let me just say,
James
cut a
he's got
promo.
tattoo.
Yeah, she cut a promo in front of my sister-in-law right before my brother's wedding about people with tattoos and how they look trashy and it's just off-putting and you assume that they're criminals and all this shit. We get to the wedding. Her mother takes off her jacket. She's got like a tattoo on her shoulder and one on her arm. And like, and my mom just turns ghost white. And I'm like, and that's why you don't just arbitrarily talk shit about people.
Can't say everything that comes to your mind.
Yep. I'm like, things have changed. So what does she do to make it better? Of course, she goes to my sister-in-law. Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't know that you're, and it gets better because like, I didn't know that your mom and your sister and your dad and your cousin and your whole family had tattoos. Like everybody had tattoos. Like I had no idea. She's like, it's okay. But she keeps on like, no, really. I mean, I would have never said that. I mean, I feel that way, but I would have never said that if I'd have known.
That's awesome. Felt so bad about it. That's something that sounds like my mom.
Yeah, it's very.
She's gonna let you know her opinion. She may apologize for it, but by God, she's gonna let you know her opinion on it.
It's important for you to know that I feel bad that I said it, but I meant that shit. I feel exactly the same way, and I'd say it again, but I'm sorry. Oh, look at that! Not
I thought
exactly
that was
Rob
fixed.
Van Dam.
Yeah, I thought that was going to be sweet. It was not quite as nice as I'd hope. Oh shit! No,
like
no,
Bob
no!
Goddamn. Oh, look at that!
Wow.
I would have lost that bet if you'd have said like, "Hey man, you think JT Smith can belly to belly suplex that dude?" I'm like, he ain't got enough belly for that. But
yeah, when he wrapped up on him, it was like, oh no, good clothesline.
Max Thrasher's like, "Don't make me come in there."
I think this is my ring.
Did I tell y'all this is my ring?
He's like letting the fans know he's cutting promos. This is my ring. No, really, this is my ring.
Yeah, this ain't like when Undertaker calls it his fucking yard. This is literally my ring. It sits in my backyard in the trailer. behind my trailer.
My trailer.
Turncoat against Max Thrasher.
Stevie, the fans saw what happened here last week.
Yeah, former tag team partners here.
Max Thrasher looks
This
like
poor
he's
bastard
ready
gets
to
tagged
tie
back in. He even caught his breath yet.
it.
JT Smith just clocks him with a kick to the guts. God damn.
Jesus, man.
Holy shit. I didn't think he could have done. Wow.
Wow,
I
it looked like he
Tommy
powered him
Cairo
up.
would do that. So now Cairo's like, all right, I got to press this dude over my head at this point. I mean,
Irish whip into the ropes.
Cairo's jacked, man. Oh my God, that was awful.
okay.
Oof.
Apparently,
Tommy Cairo. Here comes
it
JT
was
Smith.
suplex bump week at damn Canadian Wolfman's wrestling school there. He ain't got it down yet, but he was certainly wanting to practice it in this match.
JT Smith with the splash off the top.
There you go.
Got a lot of that going on in these early episodes. A lot of splashes
Smith
in the
connection.
matches.
Yeah. Or Canadian Wolf. Max Thrasher didn't take shit in that match, dude.
No
He
kidding.
definitely
He's
played
like,
that. This is my
I'm
ring
not doing the
card.
job, brother. This is my ring.
So here's how this is going to work. I'm going to turn heel. I'm not going to take any bumps. I'm not going to sell for anybody. And I sure as fuck ain't
Hey, all
losing.
you people out there, if you're interested in raising some money for your school,
We're going to come to your town with Max Thrasher's ring, whether you like it or not.
Or not.
And Johnny Hotbody and the whole ECW will be in your town, whether you want us there.
And for $10, you too can suplex the Canadian Wolfman at intermission. It'll look like shit, but he'll get up for it. Here he is.
We got some different music, it sounds like.
Oh no, he's trying to get a little harder edge on his image here. You think somebody like, dude, you can't be the madman from the Badlands coming out this fucking Skid Row. Like, come on.
It was probably Paul Heyman. He's like, look, man.
I don't know if you know this, but Skid Row's not exactly tough. Oh my God, this fucking music for Snuka. Whoa. What a random trio right there. Paul Heyman, Jimmy Snuka, and Eddie Gilbert. Expect the next line to be walk into a bar and joke with it somewhere.
No, people.
ECW television champion. And my, what a fine television production it is, huh? Superfly Jimmy Snuka!
Give him some time, folks. Give him some time.
The challenger!
And what a fine TV production it is. Wow.
241 pounds, Glenn Osborne!
There you hear him, our ring announcer, who has been Bob Ortiz this entire time. Suddenly this week, he is Rowdy Robert Ortiz on the Chiron.
The TV champion, Jimmy Superfly Snuka, about to face off against the #1 contender for that title, Glenn Osborne.
That's right, this is the return matchup. Glenn Osborne was the dark horse on his side of the bracket.
So Glenn Osborne was the TV champion. Eddie Gilbert comes in as booker. Is like, fuck a bunch of that. We're going to put it in a tournament. Glenn goes all the way through the tournament to the finals against Jimmy Snuka. Snuka wins the tournament. He's the champion. Now he's getting another shot at the title. And it's almost like they're fucking with him or something almost.
Yeah.
Go back to Fiji Pineapple Head. Holy shit. 93. Welcome
yeah.
back.
Let me see counter here. We have the magnificent Muraco. We have Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert. We have Paulie Dangerously.
Paulie Dangerously.
Is it the Dangerous Alliance?
I mean, we've
I mean,
kind
we're
of
starting
touched on this before. Go ahead.
No, go ahead, man. You're good.
I was going to say, we kind of touched on this before, but, you know, Max Thrasher does have a pretty decent ring compared to a lot of the shit we see on like USWA and different promotions.
Yeah, it's a lot. I mean, it looks a lot nicer on TV.
Red, white, and blue turnbuckles are patriotic.
Did you notice how much more the crowd's starting to get? I mean, it's obviously it's not a huge part of the crowd, but there's a group that are starting to get very vocal and animated.
Yeah, they're getting into it.
Yeah.
So he hits Snuka with a clothesline. Snuka just kind of turns, casually walks over the top rope, and then falls over it.
Eddie Gilbert, Don Muraco, Paul E. Dangerously, Jimmy Snuka, all calling for the DQ right now.
Rocco's made his way out. So we're establishing that every time someone from the Dangerous Alliance / Hot Stuff International wrestles, the whole crew is going to be at ringside.
That was a punch to the throat.
To the throat.
Talking things over with the TV champ outside the ring here, Stevie. What kind of words of wisdom do you think Eddie might be having for the champion?
Well, he dropped his throat across the ropes and Snuka's selling his leg there. I don't know.
Maybe he pulled a hammy.
He's not going to be able to leap from the top rope for the 7th week in a row.
That's about the only thing that looks good that he's been doing.
All right, shoots right
back
up
to his feet.
Flex.
I'm with you, man. I'm thinking they're fucking with him at this point.
Feels like it. You're not good enough to be the champion, but you can challenge for it like a motherfucker.
Like a motherfucker.
You are the challenger for the TV title.
Looking for a clean break from the champion here. Oh, do we see one? I don't think so.
Give him a chance. Give him a chance.
Don Muraco working the crowd.
Rocco with his thumb taped there. Oh, okay. Slapped his shoulder.
Snuka standing over his prone opponent. A diabolical look in his eyes.
Man, I never Snook has never been over with me at all. I never understood. I never got it. I didn't watch any of his really early stuff, so.
Yeah, I wasn't. I mean, I was around for. I think it wasn't really his heyday, but I mean, you know, early WWF when he's in the mix with Hogan and all those guys. And
right.
There was no appeal for me, and I had no idea that he murdered his girlfriend or whatever took place. That was immaterial to me. I had no idea, but I just didn't see the appeal. I always thought it made more sense when he was a heel, because I didn't think he made much of a baby face. I remember when he went to AWA and had that feud with Colonel De Beers, and Colonel De Beers pushed him off the top rope, and he supposedly busted his head on the concrete and bled like he'd been shot in the face.
Oh, that's awesome.
And of course, you know, Colonel De Beers had that racist gimmick, so he's brown, I'm not going to wrestle him. So he just pushes him off on the floor and busts his head open. Awesome. Okay, that went.
Yeah, it was pretty rough.
But I'll say this for Snuka. You never really saw Snuka in bad shape. Like, even when he shows up at that WrestleMania and wrestles Chris Jericho years later, when him and Snuka and Piper, I guess it was, wrestled Jericho in that handicap match. Even then, as an old dude, he was still in pretty good shape. I mean, I guess that dude went to the gym every day of his life, or he was just naturally in shape. Well, here we go. If we thought we weren't going to see a Superfly splash, we were wrong.
This is the third splash of the show.
Yep. Every taping.
God, that's
every show of this taping.
I mean,
there you go.
That was beautiful. I mean, absolutely beautiful. That's the only good-looking thing that he did the whole match.
If I'm Gilbert or Heyman, either one, whoever's calling the shots, I'm like, hey, you do that Superfly splash very well. I want to see it every goddamn time you get in the ring. And Snuka's like, okay, brother.
That's probably exactly how the conversation went.
Who's Superfly? You are.
You are.
Okay. So, are we to assume that now Wild Man Sal Balomo is going to have to find a partner to feud with the Super Destroyers? Is that where that's heading?
Yeah, I didn't think about that.
I thought we had a new TV title champ.
I thought we had a new TV title champion.
It's the other one. Here it is, Eddie Gilbert.
Oh, that's what I am now. I'm the other one.
Yeah, now you're
I'm
the other one.
No, let me tell you, Mr. Gordon, about Eastern Championship Wrestling. Let me first of all tell you, when I was in Global Wrestling Federation, we called it the Gilbert Wrestling Federation. And here in ECW, I've already seen one sign over here with it on it. It stands for Eddie's Championship Wrestling, Mr. Gordon. And you want to come out here and you want to tell me that I am going to have to get into the ring with Terry Funk in a chain match when Paul E. Daisley never signed the contract. You're going a little too far.
Eddie Gilbert.
You've done this to me all my life. You understand that? All my life you've done this to me, Todd Gordon.
All your life, I've done it to you.
Yeah, you have.
You think I forgot about what you did to our family dog
Yeah,
when we
but I
were
didn't
kids?
get the one you really loved. And if I could have got that one, I'd have poisoned it, I'd have stabbed it, I'd have killed it, Todd, because I don't like you, I don't like what you stand for, and you're never going to get Terry Funk to come in here because he is scared of me, you understand?
Let me tell you something. You were a snot-nosed kid,
Yeah.
and you haven't changed one bit over the years. And Terry Funk has something personal to say to you.
Yeah, big deal.
Let's hear what Terry Funk had to
Wait.
say to you, Eddie
I
Gilbert.
don't care.
Right here.
I don't like
you.
you.
Watch it.
I don't like
you. Watch
All
it.
right. Your head's blinding me.
You know, being from Texas, I've dealt with about every kind of animal and varmint that there is in this world today. And that goes from rattlesnakes to coyotes to vermin to just about anything you want to speak of. But I've never ran into a low life like Eddie Gilbert before. And you people here in Philadelphia, you know how to spot a good wrestler. You know what ability is, and you know who's got it whenever they go in the ring, whatever it might be that makes them the best. Well, Eddie Gilbert doesn't have that. You know, he just keeps on blowing off and talking big and trying to really, really be somebody. Well, he's trying. And now he's got the opportunity to be king of Philly. Well, I do too. So we're going to find out who's going to get that crown and wear it. But there's only one thing that Eddie Gilbert better give a whole lot of thought, is the type of match that he's coming into, because it's my type of match. It's a Texas chain match massacre. He's accepted the match, and now he's going to have to deal with me. And I'll tell you, you know, I've told people before I'm meaner than a rattlesnake, tougher than shoe leather, more dangerous than a hollow-eyed scorpion, middle-aged, crazy like a fox, and all that stuff. And I am truthfully, because I wouldn't have lasted as long as I have in the professional wrestling business. And I intend on being in it a lot longer. And I intend on being on top in Philly, because y'all are something near and dear to my heart. You fans out there. Because what you are is you're hardcore fans. Because wrestling here in Philly is different. You've seen it all. You've seen the best, and you've seen the worst of it. And now you're going to have a chance to see the most violent of wrestling matches with myself against Eddie Gilbert in a Texas chain match. Hot stuff? I don't think so.
Wow, that was great, Todd Gordon. I love seeing Eddie Gilbert take off like that.
Don't you love seeing him run away with his tail between his legs like that?
Incredible.
I got to tell you, I'd buy a front row ticket myself to see that match. A chain match, a Texas chain match with Eddie Gilbert and Terry Funk.
Incredible, fans. Now let's talk a little bit about
next week. That's right, the match is signed. The Sandman with the ECW Heavyweight Championship on the line against the magnificent Muraco with Paul E. Dangerously.
Wow, you heard it, fans.
Wow.
Next week on Eastern Championship Wrestling, the Sandman with a big title defense against the newest member of Hot Stuff International, the
Jay
Dangerous
Sully
Alliance.
gives me some
Who
Randy
knows?
Hales vibes at
Don
times.
Muraco will be here to face the champion.
Fans, don't miss it next week. It's going to be the hottest hour of TV you ever saw.
We'll be right back next week for some more Eastern Championship
Be right
Wrestling.
back next week.
Eastern Championship Wrestling is brought to you by
corner
Carver of 10th and Sampson Street.
Let me
Sellers
tell
of
you,
fine diamonds
next
and gold
week,
jewelry
we'll be
since
right back.
1860, and your Quality Plus 4 dealers.
Yeah, man. So like you said, you know, Jay Sully and Stevie Wonderful felt a lot more comfortable in this one, but there were some, as I can only compare it to some Randy Hales feeling moments here with Jay Sully where the words seem to escape him. And there at the very end, he's about to pitch like they're going to commercial. We'll be right back next week. Here on ECW. Like, you're gonna be right back next week.
I didn't catch that. That's
cool.
awesome.
But I mean, all in all, man, him and Stevie, you wouldn't think it's only been 8 weeks that they've improved as much as they have. Just that, that comfort level they seem to have there, just kind of riffing back and forth. I don't know, it makes the show fun to watch, more fun to watch,
Jay Sulli's quirkiness works a lot better in this episode than it has in the past. I mean, it almost was so phony. It was ridiculous looking, And I don't know, man, it works. I like it. I dig it.
And it feels like he's kind of leaning into that quirkiness to where you're like, oh, that's just this dude. Like in the past, you're like,
he's trying too
hard. He's nervous. This feels like, I don't know, unnatural. And where now it's just like, oh, that's Jay Sulli. Okay, cool. Yep. And Stevie's just kind of playing off of it, and it feels natural. But yeah, I mean, this episode again wasn't bad. I mean, that whole Super Destroyer debacle, number 3, all that. It didn't hit me when I watched it the other night, but as we're sitting here watching it, I got to thinking when they jumped him at the end, I'm like, well, the only place this could be going would be Sal Balomo finds a partner to come back for revenge against the Super Destroyers. And I was like,
right.
Oof, that's gonna be tough. So it'd be interesting, I guess, to see who that partner ends up being.
I mean, Max Thrasher's maybe looking for a partner, so
he may be, but he's done turned heel now, so I don't know. It's gonna be a weird pairing. But ECW's done some strange stuff over the years, so you never know. But Tommy Cairo and JT Smith, that's an interesting tag team. I could see them challenging the Suicide Blondes for the tag belts pretty soon.
Yeah, man. I think that would be a pretty good match too.
Yeah. I'm sure I said this about the Super Destroyers and it turned out to not be true. I assume we've probably got a rematch with Winners and Stetson to get through. But maybe not. Maybe we just bypass that like we did the Super Destroyers rematch. We'll see. But I don't know. Super Summer Sizzler, of course, Gilbert and Funk chain match. That should be. The only thing that gets me about that feels weird is you've always heard Texas Bull Rope match. When have you ever heard Texas chain match?
Right.
I mean, there was Russian chain matches and shit like that. But every time Terry Funk goes, this is my match, the Texas chain match. I'm like, is it? Is it really? But that should be fun. Sandman and Rockin' Rebel in a street fight should be interesting. And of course, what they call her? Terrible Tigra. Taking on Peaches, and they have to strip each other's clothes off. So that should be interesting.
Yeah.
Have we announced any other matches on the card besides those, or are we pretty much just gonna get? I guess Snook. Well, no, we got Sandman against Rockin' Rebel, so we're getting Muraco and Sandman on TV next week. So that's okay. I'm looking forward to that. That should be interesting. So I'm sure Snook will be defending the TV title against somebody at the Super Summer Sizzler Spectacular. That's the Super Summer Sizzler Spectacular is hard to say.
I think they'd be working up to that. We only got a couple of weeks left.
Yeah, he just had this. Surely to God, he's not going to defend it against Glenn Osborne again.
Right.
So,
That'd be awesome.
They're just like, all right, here's the deal. You can't be champion, but we're going to let you challenge for it on literally every show. You take the shit out of that splash, dude. It's amazing to watch. So
nobody takes it like you do.
We're just going to run with it. So I think we got, what was this? This was May 20. So I think we've got a couple of more TVs before we get to that. And then, like I said, we'll record that one and put it on Rumble, and maybe we'll put it out like early on Patreon, but then we'll go ahead and put it on Rumble so everybody can see
Man, I
it.
think those would be a great opportunity to have, like you said, we may bring on Bob, or we may bring on Jamie Ward.
Jamie Ward, or split it up. One comes in.
Yeah. I mean, or both of them, whatever. I think those types of shows would be an awesome opportunity to bring some of the guys in.
Absolutely.
For some.
And
extra
maybe
commentary.
they can give us some context on some of this stuff, and maybe some insight they have, especially like Jamie from being around the area. I'm sure he knows some backstory on some things that I'm certainly not privy to. And Bob's not from the area, but he was a bigger fan. So like, here's the crazy thing. Like, me and Bob's been friends for years. He's never really watched any Memphis wrestling. Like,
really,
he grew up in West Virginia. And so he's seen like clips and like match highlights here and there.
Right.
He's never sat and watched an entire episode of Memphis wrestling, which I just find completely fucking sacrilegious and hurtful.
Yeah.
But he knows ECW better than me. And he watched big fan of World Class in Texas. That's why I invited him on Memphis. The Arch of an Anal. And, I may throw him an invite for tomorrow evening as well. But he followed it pretty religiously. I don't know how. I mean, I understand not growing up with it like I did, living in North Mississippi. It was live on my TV. But man, you think you would seek that out? So.
Oh yeah, I mean, being a big fan. I mean, Memphis is what most people think fondly of Memphis wrestling.
I keep telling him I'm gonna strong arm him into sitting in on a couple of these Memphis shows, at some point.
Yeah.
And he's not opposed to it, but just hasn't happened yet. So we'll see. But like I say, he'll have some insight on these ECW shows for sure. But again, I've got a lot of good feedback from people so far. It's all been positive. If I'm not right now, I'm not like asking for negative feedback, but if you have like a suggestion, or you have something, hey, I love this, or hey, what if y'all thought about this or something, we're all ears. I'm not saying we can necessarily do it or we will necessarily do it, but we want people to enjoy the show, and
absolutely, and
kind of shaping what this show is and is going to be. So we're more than happy to listen to anybody's suggestions and try to do what we can
we're still filling this out week by week, and trying to get our bearings and figure out what works and what doesn't work, and what what people like, and hell, what we like for that matter.
I mean, because let's face it, dude, this is like we're in May of 1993, about to hit June.
This is the day before my 11th birthday.
Look at this.
This episode was
11th birthday.
That's right.
We are strapping in here for a ride that, if we make it through, is going to take us through the year 2000. So, we're going to be here a long time. So we want to make sure that it's enjoyable to everybody else, but we also want to make sure it's enjoyable to us. So we want to keep doing this shit, because I'm not somebody that likes to start things and not follow through with them. And that happens from time to time. It's unavoidable, but we're both pretty determined that we're gonna take this ride all the way through. And hey, we may have to miss a week here and there. It may happen. Right now we're chugging right along, and we're gonna try not to any more than we have to. But man, we're gonna try to see this thing through, because I'm telling you, I'm excited about going back and seeing a lot of the things that I haven't necessarily seen, or I've only seen once back a long time ago.
Right.
But man, when you start getting into 95, 96, 97, like, boy, there's some really, really, really good shit there.
Yeah.
And it's funny because it's kind of like Memphis, because there's a balance of, there's really good stuff, there's some funny stuff, there's some bad, there's some like, oh, look at that. So it's a mixed bag, which is what anybody that knows me knows that's what I like. If it's all too good, it's almost not fun.
Yeah, no.
But if it's all bad, then it's like, what are we doing? Why are we watching this? So
I don't want to be here if I can't make fun of something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's ECW is that roller coaster, kind of like Memphis. It has its highs and its lows, and there's plenty to talk about. And when you start getting in these other characters, and you get your Taz's and Sabu's and 911, and you start getting full-blooded Italians in there with JT turns Italian all of a sudden, and you got Little Guido and Tommy, the Big Don,
yeah,
Tracy Smothers from Nashville, Italy, and Tajiri, and it's all these different people that'll pass through, the Pit Bulls and Shane Douglas and the army of Dudleys that we'll see over this whole.
Well, and it doesn't take long. Like I was telling you before, I accidentally opened an episode from 6 months down the road, or right at it, and man, it's a different show. It's it's wild how fast. Like, I can't wait to see how we get there. You know what I mean? I'm excited. I'm like the song says, "Welcome to the wreck."
Yeah. And man, that's been something that we've gotten a ton of good feedback on too. Is like before people will put over the podcast, like, I love the theme song. I love the video in the beginning. So that's cool. I mean, if that hooks people in, if people just tune in every week so they can hear the fucking theme song,
that's
I'll
right.
take it. I'll definitely take it. And I think that's a song that we'll be able to use it throughout, from the beginning of this thing to the end. It'll only get more appropriate as we go along. But man, there's kind of like you pointed out, like in 6 months, what we'll be watching is totally different than what we're seeing now. And 6 months from that, it's a lot different. And I think that's going to be one of the great things about covering ECW. It's going to be hard to get bored with it because it constantly evolves, and they constantly raise the stakes, and you're like, what the fuck are they going to do next? They can't top that. And then they do somehow, just the Raven and Dreamer feud, all the ups and downs and ins and outs of that. When we get there, will be fun. And Stevie and the Meanies comedy shenanigans.
Yes. I'm looking forward to that.
and all that. So I'm excited, man. I'm glad you're doing this with me.
Glad to be here, man.
The same mentality on this, So should be fun. And then we've got, like I say, we've got a lot of people that we can bring on board here and there that come in and have some insight for us at different times. I'm going to try to. We've got a lot of these interviews still yet that are going to drop on the channel that Bay did with the early ECW crew, the Eastern Championship Wrestling guys, who aren't necessarily easy to track down and aren't willing to just talk to just anybody. But I'm hoping, much like with the USWA project, over time, I'll be able to get interviews with different people who are involved at different stages, and they'll get us some insight into some things that, maybe not everybody knows, or we certainly don't know. So that'll be fun.
Right. Awesome.
He's done these interviews on these DVDs and these broad topics of ECW, but man, I hate that Heyman's at a level where he's not gonna, I know he's not gonna do my podcast or any shit like that, but even to the point that he's really not gonna sit down. Even with like Chris Van Vliet, there's like way too many other things to talk about than to really just start at the beginning of ECW and just work your way through it and answer all the little oddball detail questions that everyone has that would be so entertaining and insightful to hear. And you know what you get with Paul Heyman. You're going to get Paul Heyman's version of it. It may not be 100% the truth, but it's what it's his take. It's his.
That's what I was gonna say. At least if it comes out of his mouth, he probably believes it, though.
Yeah, it's certainly his point of view.
Yeah,
but I don't think we'll ever have that. So we'll always just have to take Todd Gordon's version up until kind of Todd Gordon's not really deep enough in it to really say, and then there's a ton of interviews out there with the Ravens and the Douglases and everything. Everybody likes that, but nobody, I would say, probably the one guy who has probably the most insight into Paul Heyman's point of view up until a point would be Tommy Dreamer.
Yeah.
Because he seemed to be kind of his right-hand man right up towards the end. And then even Dreamer was kind of out in the cold on what the fuck's happening, whenever they all have the shock of Paul Heyman walks out on Raw, and a lot of them didn't find out till like that afternoon. You know, you hear them say, "Yeah, I got a phone call. Heyman's going to be on Raw tonight," and they thought he was out in like California gathering money to keep ECW going. And then they see him walk out on Raw, and they're like, "Well, that's it. It's ball game." And he was kind of on the outs with everybody at that point. But
yeah,
again, we'll talk about everything as it comes. But
absolutely,
right now we're in the home stretch to the Super Summer Sizzler Spectacular. Boy, that's a mouthful and a half.
It is, man. It's a mess.
And
the Texas Chainsaw Match Massacre. I don't know if they're going to massacre a bunch of matches, or I don't know what's going on.
I don't know, but they're going to be tied together by a chain, and supposedly it's Terry Funk's specialty match, even though I'm sure he's had some chain matches, but I can't name one. Like I say, it's always Texas bull rope, the big Texas gimmick. Either Texas bull rope or Texas death, you know.
Yep.
But we're not doing either one of those. So we will see what all that has, because, I mean, you've got Eddie Gilbert booking, you've got Paul Heyman's insight, Terry Funk's obviously going to have a say-so over anything he's involved with. So when you get those three minds together, I don't remember that match. I don't remember how it plays out, who wins, what happens. So I really am excited to see what comes out of that, because it's the first big event, main event in ECW history at this point. So I want to see what those three guys concoct as, all right, let's, you know, blow these people away and make them shit their pants here about what we're going to present to them. And honestly, I'm pretty fired up about seeing Don Muraco challenge the Sandman next week.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I'm not saying it's going to be a fucking
but it's
a classic. But
what
what do we have in
store?
Matchup. Yeah. What do they have in mind for us? And will, you know, if there was ever a time, you got the Sandman, and then you got Don Muraco, who famously is from Hawaii, who has cut promos since he first got in the business about surfing, not there on, you know, Oahu and all that shit. I mean, come on, surfboard on a pole match is what should be happening. That's got to be where we're building to this. If not, what are we doing? We're missing the boat here. So we'll see. We'll see how I love that. I swear, folks, I'm fixing to end this. I know I ramble at the end of these every fucking time. And somehow I always bring it back around to USWA.
Yeah.
But it's funny because, like, in 91, we watch the Rockin' Rebel come out there and break that surfboard clean in half over the Sandman's head. In 93, I should say.
Yeah.
I'm assuming it was gimmicked. I feel like it would take a lot to break a surfboard over someone's head. Now look at me. I've never been on a surfboard. I've never laid my hands on a surfboard. But I assume that if you can go out and ride one in the kind of waves you see people surfing, that they got to be pretty stout. It'd probably be pretty hard to break one over somebody's head. But then again, Sandman probably got a hard head. I don't know. But when you see that use of the surfboard, you're like, oh shit, that's cool. Then in 91, he runs in to interfere when Jerry Lawler's defending the unified world title against Kamala. And he uses the surfboard as part of the finish. And you think, all right, he's going to come in and whack Jerry Lawler with the surfboard. He comes in, he stands the surfboard up next to him, upright, takes Jerry Lawler's head and runs it into the surfboard. Lawler falls out like he's been shot.
Yeah.
Sandman grabs the surfboard, rolls out of the ring. Kamala pins him, wins the unified title. And you have to think, like, he's holding a surfboard in place and runs his head into it. He sells it like perhaps nothing else we've ever seen Lawler sell anything in his life. It's so cheesy. I sat there, I rewound it and watched it again. I was like, they're going to have a match next week based off of this shit. And sure enough, in the next segment, they're out there cutting promos on each other, and it's a whole big deal. So as the show that dropped, this will come out on Monday. So last Wednesday, the USWA episode that you sat in on while I was in Charlotte drops. very quickly as a tease to try to get maybe some of our ECW watchers and listeners. Tell them a little bit about the epic Jerry Lawler, Sandman, Jeff Gaylord promo.
Oh man,
debacle!
It was great.
Happened on live television.
Now, did you clip it? Did you post that anywhere?
I haven't yet. No, I'm still a show or two behind. It's coming. It's coming.
Yeah,
but
wait for that. Keep an eye out for that, guys. It is hilarious. I mean, it is. Gaylord is. I mean, not that any of them were great. I mean, even Lawler was kind of rough in this promo, but dude, Gaylord. Oh my gosh, he was an absolute shit show. I mean, it's hilarious. He's so bad. He's so bad.
And the funny thing to me about it was, at this point, Jerry Lawler, he knows what he has in Jeff Gaylord. Yeah. And we've seen enough of the Sandman in recent weeks that we kind of know what his style is. So this was right around Christmas, so they're short on roster. There's not a lot of people there in the studio. We're stretching for time on a lot of things. We're showing a lot of clips. We're showing a lot of rehashed clips. And it feels like to me that Lawler's is like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to bring the Sandman and Jeff fucking Gaylord out here on live television and just let the chips fall where they may and just see what happens. It's got to be entertaining on some level. Maybe not the level we want it to be. Will it sell tickets? Probably not, but it's going to be interesting television. And it was certainly that.
Absolutely, man. When I think of Jeff, I think of that promo where, he's talking about his schooling and all of that, growing up, that real long promo where I don't know how many minutes it was, but it seemed like it went on for like 30 minutes.
Yes.
I think of that. This is almost as memorable as that promo, but you add Sandman and Lawler into the mix. This is a good one, man. Like I would definitely go out of your way to watch that.
I was almost sad I wasn't going to be there for that one because I watched it before I left town. And so Jerry Lawler walks out there in this black and white striped shirt, I'm like, BT's going to lose his mind as soon as he sees that shirt. Every week he's pissed off about whatever Lawler's wearing. I'm like, BT's going to get mad at that. There's that. And then, then here comes Sandman. Here comes Jeff Gaylord. And I'm like, what the fuck is happening right now? Like these three are out here to get, like, who thought this was a good idea? And then as it rocks on, that's when I come to the realization, like, oh, Lawler knew what he was doing here. This wasn't like, it's not like he got him out here and got, oh shit, this was a bad idea. He was just like, look at what is happening right now.
Well, and the way that he kind of led it too, he just
Christ, Lawler.
Yeah.
Yeah, only I named that episode Only the Tiger Knows. Which was a line from all that in there that once you watch it, you'll understand why that was the title. That's been one of the fun things is to, after the fact, give each one a name. And the one you referred to earlier, where he just kept trying to squeeze in his entire athletic and schooling background, I call that one the never-ending promo, because it just felt like it was going to go on after the show went off the air, that he would still be there talking. And Dave Brown like, all right, we're out of time. See you next week. And then I went to school.
I was 13 and I went to,
I was Little League champion every week. Richard Mulligan says that Josh Brawley was the Dixie Youth champion. Well, I was Missouri State
really
Dixie Youth champion. I challenge you, Josh Brawley. All right, folks. Will I cut this out? Will it be in the show? Who knows? Only Brandon will find out once he sees the edited version. But we thank you for joining us here for episode number 8. We'll be right back with episode 9, as Jay Sully would say. No, actually, it'll be next week. So for Brandon, this is Gene, and join us next week because we're going to see ECW heavyweight title match, the Sandman taking on Don Magnificent Muraco, and there's only one thing left to say, Brandon.
See ya.